getting the designation, if you're just starting out in the business, basically tells employers, tells colleagues that I'm a technical analyst and I'm serious about it. Because if you're serious about it, you're going to take the time to study for the exam and get the credential. So that put me on the radar. And I think just going out in the workforce, trying to find a job, it obviously helps to have these designations. So, both the CMT as well as the CFA, has helped me.
But if you're looking for an edge and a reason to further differentiate yourself, the CMT is going to allow you to do that.
Having the CMT letters at the end of your name, putting it on the research reports, basically what it tells you is you're qualified to do this type of work. So it gives clients increased confidence that you've done the work, you have the experience, you have the credential, and you are going to be practicing, good, solid technical analysis. And I think that's what it shows to clients.
I decided that I've learned a lot about the markets, but the CFA helped me get my job, and then I quickly figured out that the CMT was going to help me keep my job, and that's why I enrolled.
My name is Geraldo McDowell. I've been trading the markets and working in the markets since 1994. Started my CMT process in 1997, so I got my designation, my CMT designation in 2005. That was 1997, the first shake of the Asian crisis, right? And then I was completely exposed. Didn't know what happened. Actually, I didn't have any clue of the direction of the market. I was just trading at that time. It was a bull market, so everything was really easy. And so the first shake I really got, I have to learn something. And I went to the stock exchange in Rio de Janeiro. And I had my first teacher, and Ronaldo actually gave me a first introduction to technical analysis. And then I took another course with him and advanced it and said, I would like to go further. And he, listen, Rollo, if you want to go further, you have to go to MTA in the US. And then, from MTA, you will have a program that will, teach you, from A to Z in technical analysis.
And I have to say, of the 3 designations I have, the CMT is really my favorite designation, and I find it's been really the most useful and the most prestigious for a number of reasons. I worked for major firms in Wall Street and as I mentioned, really became interested in technical analysis and the benefits of managing money and making money and risk management in the 1980s, and really pursued the education on my own. It really wasn't available through the large firms. And as I began doing more and more discretionary management, and the tools that technical analysis allowed was just such a benefit for profitability. And I sought out the Market Technicians Association.
I've been a CFA chart holder for about a dozen years. I was lucky in January of 2009. I took Ralph Akinpor's course on technical analysis and was fascinated. Moreover, at the New York Society, some of my smartest friends in the society all had either obtained their CMT designation or were in the process of doing so. So it really seemed that, hey, this is an interesting science that, that I wanted to learn more about.
I had previously done the MSTA, which was a UK-based qualification. And then when I moved over to Hong Kong, what really inspired me was wanting to set up a MTA chapter in Hong Kong. The MTA ended up being very receptive to starting up a chapter, and that kind of encouragement I thought was really important. So we looked into the number of actual members that were already existing, and there were already 23 CMT holders within Hong Kong. They were just not, joining and meeting. So that was an encouragement to me. I joined the program immediately and then started up the MTA, and that's been history.
This will be a way of codifying the canon so that I could become a technical analyst and really sort of speak the speak and know what I'm doing. So I did it, and I have to say that the CMT program was probably one of the most illuminating and fun educational endeavors that I ever went through.
If you have a passion in the markets, it's going to be pretty easy, and you want to get that information anyway, so why not get a designation along with your self-study?
I think when you earn your CMT designation, that's really just the beginning of the learning process. So, I mean, as a trader, you know, you're always looking at, you know, new techniques, new processes. You know, we're developing new ways constantly. And, you know, sometimes the least sophisticated method is the best, and sometimes the most complicated method is the best. But in any event, that earning a CMT really means that's the beginning of the learning process.
I'm a big believer in continuing education, and that requires your own personal decision and willpower. CMT is brilliant, gives you the structure that you need to go out there and actually learn about technical analysis and then implement it in whatever job that you're looking for. I mean, it's been a great journey for me, and I very much encourage it to anyone that's looking into it.
There's well over 1,000 CMTs. It's really gaining recognition, and you end up seeing so many, the CMT designation after the names of many prominent analysts, and more I think it's becoming, you know, we're seeing the CFA CMT designation. But what it does is it really differentiates yourself from other professionals in Wall Street, and more technical analysis, especially after this trading range market that we've had for the last decade. It helps you stand apart and manage risk, and I think we can really see the benefits of that after going through the financial collapse, because who ended up remaining standing? It was the market technicians, and the CMTs just really, you set yourself apart, and I think set yourself a grade above everyone else in really prominent risk management, and that's what it's about. And you know, and I think that's why we're seeing this tremendous growth in the organization.